Hi, I'm your host Sam, and welcome back to Uniquely Ordinary. It has been quite a long time since I have been on here. I think exactly a year or over a year, something like that. But I am back and I'm ready. I am sitting in my little reading nook in my new house, everything set up, cozy with my dog. I'm ready. This past year has been so insane. Just so many things have been going on. I started working as a registered nurse finally. Kevin and I bought a house. We had to save a bunch of money in that process from buying a house through it being built to moving in. We were getting furniture, getting everything ready, DIYing. I got a new job. After my first job, I got a new job as an outpatient nurse, so I've been trying to figure all that out. Then we moved, then it was the holiday season, and now we're here, early February. So long story short, I took a very long break, I guess you could say. And honestly, I wasn't really sure if I wanted to get back into this. But weirdly enough, in the past 2 months, I feel like there's been so many signs and mentions and everything of someone else's podcast or my podcast that it was just like, I sat there and I was like, I need to do this again. But I'm going to do it in a very different way, I think, this time. I've also kind of been in this weird funk lately, I guess you could say, which is what this episode of this podcast is going to be about. So I thought starting it up right now would be a good way to just, what's the word I'm looking for? Just put myself out there, get my thoughts out, get calm from everything that's been going on. Okay, to start off, if you've listened before, welcome back, but things are going to change a little bit. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this and giving my podcast a chance. I hope that I can at least change the lives of one person or provide enjoyment for one person, give advice to one person, anything. If it's one person, it's worth it. The first thing that's a little different is I'm actually filming this. So if you're watching on YouTube, hello. Because I know that some people prefer to watch and listen at the same time and other people prefer to just listen. So I figured I would give this 2 different forms to satisfy 2 different types of people, if that makes sense. So if you are on YouTube, you will see me glance at my phone, at my laptop, everything here and there. But I just keep a bunch of notes about what I want to say and then I just zone off. So, but the good news is about being on YouTube as well. Even if you're not watching the video part, you can go to it, you can comment ideas you want me to talk about, advice, questions, anything. You can just search my name, Samantha Riley, SAMANTHARIELI. You will also see me drink my matcha here and there because I cannot do a podcast without a drink, obviously. Okay, now that we got that intro over with, let's get on to the main part of this episode. As I mentioned, I have just been in a funk lately, and it's really hit me hard and made me feel alone, even though I'm not alone in it. I know I'm not alone. I just feel like everyone else around me is not in this funk, and I'm the only one that currently am. So, I don't know. I just want to put it out there, talk about it, because if you're feeling this way, I don't want you to feel alone as well, and you can relate to me. I know a lot of older people end up feeling this way as well, and I'm only in my mid-20s, so that's also why I kind of feel alone, because I feel very young to be feeling this way. But my funk that I've been is that I've been feeling like I've been in a midlife crisis in my mid-20s. And like I said, I know I'm not alone. I know there's probably so many others that can relate, so I'm just gonna have a conversation about what I'm feeling and go from there. As I mentioned before, I did get a new nursing job because I became so burnt out from my last one. Nursing is a hard as frick, to put it nicely, career. And I knew that in nursing school, and I thought it would get better, and it's been over a year since I've graduated now, and it has gotten better, yes, but I think that's because I made a change. If I didn't make a change, it wouldn't have gotten better. But like I said, I got a new nursing job because I got burnt out at the hospital. This job is 10 times better in basically every aspect: hours, coworkers, money, a lot of other things. But I just still feel unsatisfied with my career. Like I'm not meant to be a nurse, and when I think about that, I just wish I went into something else, but then I feel bad and grief because I can't just pick up and do something else. I spent $50,000 getting a nursing degree. I feel like I just need to find something to stick with in nursing. I don't want to feel like I am not meant to be a nurse after going through nursing school, after crying through nursing school, being so stressed and everything, going through all that money, all that work. I just want to feel like it was worth it, and I don't. It scares me because I don't want to waste my life away. And I hate working 40 hours a week. I feel like that's more of maybe a my generation type thing, like your young mid-20s generation, whatever that is. I'm not sure, Gen Z, Gen X, whatever it is. Because older people, like my parents' age, are all like, oh, you have to work, you have to do this. Like, that's just how life is. But I feel like younger people like me kind of don't see work as your whole life. I personally do not think I should work 40 hours a week and be unhappy for those 4 to 5 days a week, only to get 2 to 3 days of enjoyment in myself. And let's be honest, one of those days, no matter what your job is usually relaxing and recouping from your work week. I just don't want work to take over my life, especially if I'm not enjoying it. So I want to find something I at least find interesting or enjoy a little bit, so I'm not as miserable, if that makes sense. And then with thinking about all of that, I think about what I'm doing in those small amount of free time that I have, or those days off that I have. I work 4 days a week now instead of 3 days a week. That's still one less than like a normal 9 to 5 job, so I'm thankful I get a whole nother day off. But I don't know. I have been thinking about what I'm doing in those days off. I don't want to feel like I'm wasting my life away. I want to be productive in doing things that I enjoy. But then when I do that, I feel like I don't have time to relax and recoup. And then I also have to run around. Now that I have my own house, I'm an adult, you have to get things done. You have to clean, you have to do laundry, you have to cook, you have to take care of yourself, take care of other things around you. I just feel like I am not prioritizing things that I truly enjoy in my life. I think I'm getting a little off track here, so let me backtrack to my job part. One of my New Year's goals, it's definitely past New Year's, but I'm just mentioning it, is to just figure out my job stuff out. I have to be at this job for 2 years. I mean, I'm not like tied down at the hands at this job for 2 years, but my contract's for 2 years. I already broke one contract at my other hospital job. I don't really want to break another one. And like I said, this job is 10 times better. But my goal is to just kind of look up other nursing jobs for when my 2 years is up. That way I kind of know what I'm interested in. I can look at jobs out there that may be more tailored to me than these other jobs. And I want to say I want to work from home nursing job, and not just because it's work from home, but that's part of the reason. I hate driving 30 minutes or more to my job. I just feel like that's such a waste of my day when I could be using that time to do other things. And I could have a lunch break, I could get things done around the house if you like don't have as much to do. I don't know. My mom has a work from home job, and that's what she does, and I just feel like she has so much more time in the world for other things besides her job. But also I'm very interested in like the technological part, or like the documentation part, and all that can be done from working from home. I want to branch into the indirect patient care, not direct patient care. I'm not a very talkative person myself. I'm not outgoing. I'm not an extrovert. I'm a big introvert. I love being at home. I love doing my own thing. So I feel like I still want to help people though, but but not in the way where I have to go and communicate with people every day and do all of that. So I feel like doing indirect patient care would be better for me. So basically I just want to figure out what would be best for me in my nursing career. That way I don't feel like I'm wasting my nursing career by being miserable in a job. And you can take this even if you're not a nurse. Like if you are any other career and you could be feeling the same way, just not tailored to nursing. But besides that, I do really want to start doing more things in my life that truly make me happy and that I really enjoy. Because like I said, I don't want to waste my life away. I don't feel like I prioritize things that make me happy. I don't prioritize myself. I prioritize being productive and getting things done, and that is not the best use of my time. I've actually found quite a few things that I like in this past year that's not related to nursing. I feel like my career has been my life for so long because in college, that's what you're doing. That's what you're working towards every day that you're in college. You are working towards your career. You're doing homework. You're going to class. Yeah, you have friends. Yeah, you're doing those other things at home, but everything's leading up to your career. So then once I graduated college and actually got my career, I had to figure out like, oh, what do I do in my free time? Like, what do I enjoy doing? Now that I don't have homework, I don't have class, I don't have to like do all this stuff. And it really made me think that I never paid attention or thought about that before. It was just never a thought of mine. And I really wish I figured that out before I went to college, because as much as I don't hate nursing, but I can positively say that I would have not went into nursing school if I figured out what I liked before college. But you're so young, like that's so hard to figure out when you're 16, 17, 18 years old, like come on. But some things that I have found that I enjoy within this past year, in case you're looking for like the same things, I think about what I've done in the past that have good memories or positive thoughts or times that I was happy. And those things to me are DIYing furniture and like going antique shopping, all of that. When we were getting furniture for our house, it was so fun to me. I got to like get furniture on Facebook Marketplace and figure out how I wanted to make it my own, go antique shopping and like figuring out all the whole interior design aspect. I cannot tell you how many websites and people and books and everything I've read about interior design to figure out how to make this house look exactly how I want. And it does not look exactly how I want right now because we've only been in for like 2 months, but I've really enjoyed learning that. So that is definitely one aspect that I've learned I enjoy that I never knew before. I forget how much talking dries out your mouth. Good thing I need this water bottle next to me this whole time. Anyways, I think that I enjoy that like designing and furniture stuff because I've learned I enjoy creating things and making things my own, because you can't do that in nursing. Nursing is very rule-based, black or white. You have to follow certain things here and there. Like you cannot create things your own, create your own schedule, create like what you want to do. Like you have to follow rules. That's just how healthcare is. There's no way around that. So I think that I've been enjoying that and making things my own and creating it how I want, because I've never been able to do that before. I've actually, along with design, have found some graphic design stuff that I've liked, and I've looked a little into that, but kind of with that, social media, not that I'm like, oh, I want to be social media famous and all of that, like that really does not matter to me, whatever, but social media and the fact that I love the connection that you can make. And by social media, I mean everything, like Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, podcast, all of that. Like you connect with so many people that you would never meet just in real life. And I think that's so cool, because what you're putting out on social media, like on your own platforms, is tailored to you. So those people that are watching you and liking and commenting and interacting with you have the same interests, have the same things going on in their life, or like want advice because they're having the same problems, whatever. It gives you so many connections that you would have never got in real life, and I think that's so amazing. So I really just, I don't know, I want to be more active, I guess, on social media and like figure things out with social media a little more. That is, I guess, another reason why I'm starting this podcast, and I've definitely been posting on TikTok a lot more. That's been enjoying. I actually really like editing, I found out, but that probably has to do with the whole technological stuff I found I enjoyed. But yeah, I love the connections that social media can give you, and connecting with people that way is so much easier for me than going out to the bar or a club. Like, I have so much social anxiety that I cannot do that. So connecting with people through social media is a lot better of a way for me. I also want to travel and adventure more. I used to do that so much before college when I was in gymnastics, just because we traveled so much for it and everything. So I really want to get back into that. I miss seeing different things. I've been in Michigan my whole life, and I don't hate Michigan. I like living here. I'm not going to live here forever, only a couple years or so, but I get bored of it. I want to see different things. I want to experience different people, different cultures, different ways of life. And I haven't really prioritized any time for that. I've been so go, get my job, get my career, get my house kind of thing, that I haven't focused on the whole traveling aspect, and that I enjoy change. I have learned I thrive on change. So I think traveling and adventuring and doing all of that, and not even like, it doesn't have to be to Europe and all of that. It can be a little adventure like within the state or a couple states away or whatever. Like, as long as I'm getting that change and I'm experiencing something new, I think it really makes me happier. I also need to start utilizing my time better, which kind of goes along with all of this, but especially on my work days. I mentioned my days off, but my work days, I feel like I literally wake up. I do not give oh my god, I can't speak anymore. I do not give myself much time in the mornings. I give myself as much as I need to get ready, and that's it. And then I go to work. I work 10-hour days. I come home, make dinner, clean whatever I need to clean, shower, watch something, and go to bed. Like, that's my typical work day. And I love routine. I love having a routine and everything, but I feel like there's nothing else in my workday except for work and then like normal daily living tasks. So I want to at least try to start waking up earlier and giving myself some more time in the morning. That way I'm not rushing out the door. I get some time to myself, maybe read in the morning, watch a show, work out, do some yoga, do something for myself, at least in the morning. At night, I don't have too much time besides like coming home, making dinner, and like sitting down for an hour before bed. But in the morning, I could definitely utilize my time better. And I just want to start prioritizing myself over my job, which sounds terrible. Like, not many people say I want to prioritize other things over their job, but my job is not my number one, and I do not want it to take over my life. So that is my goal for this year, is just to start changing all of that, because I don't want to be in a midlife crisis right now. That is not how I want to feel right now. And I just wanted other people to realize they're not alone, I guess, because that's a terrible feeling like you're alone in all of this, and that you have no one to relate to, no one to help you, and that you're the only one going through this. Like, that's not true. So take it from me. If you're feeling this way, you're not alone, and we will get through it. I promise. So, yeah, that's my podcast episode, which isn't really an episode. It's literally just me ranting. So if you enjoyed or went all the way through this, thank you so much for watching. I really want to start getting back into this. I think it's a good way for me to just vent and get things off my chest. I love at least trying to help somebody, or I don't know, you listen to this on your way to work, I can be some enjoyment for you or something. I don't know. But thank you for watching and listening, whatever you're doing. So I will see you guys in my next podcast episode. Not sure what it's gonna be yet. I'm sure something will come up along this week that I'm like, I need to rant about that. So if you have any suggestions, go to the YouTube, go ahead and comment, like, whatever. And I will see you guys next time.